Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the very first edition of UBC News Tonight, this 21st of June 2026. With me, Moureen Babirye and Dorothy Namyomba on sign language. But first, let's see what's making the headlines. In our headlines tonight, UPDF troops deployed in Somalia under USOM urged to protect security gains registered in the Barawe sub-county. Families of Ugandans trapped in the Russia-Ukraine conflict renew calls for government intervention. Business fraternity in Lamo district risk losing operating licenses over poor waste management. And Richard Muchunguzi wins the MTN quarterly tea half-year mug with a net score of 65. Thank you for joining us once again. My name is Moureen Babirye with Dorothy Namyomba on sign language. In our first report, UPDF troops deployed in Somalia under the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission USOM have been challenged to protect and strengthen the security gains registered in the Barawe subsector. The appeal was made by the commander of Battle Group 45, Colonel Justus Musenene, during a visit to soldiers stationed at Seaport and Barawe Knoll Forward operating bases. The visit was to assess the welfare, morale, and professional and operational preparedness of the troops. Colonel Musenene commended them for the dedication and sacrifice in maintaining peace and stability in Somalia. Now, he also encouraged them to remain alert despite the demanding operational environment. He urged the troops to serve with the spirit of Pan-Africanism as they contribute to regional peace and security. The commander stressed that discipline, professionalism, and strong comradeship are key pillars for sustaining operational effectiveness and achieving mission success. Meanwhile, the commanding officer of the 145th Infantry Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Geoffrey Ochan, called upon the troops to adhere to USOM standing operating procedures and uphold the values and reputation of the UPDF. Colonel Musenene was accompanied by the senior officers from Battle Group 45 and the forward operating bases, who also interacted with the troops during the inspection visit. In another development, families of Ugandans trapped in the Russia-Ukraine conflict have renewed calls for government intervention, citing delayed responses from relevant authorities. The call was made by a group led by Kato Emmanuel while addressing journalists in Kampala. We have a report.
Families seeking the repatriation of Ugandans believed to have been recruited for jobs in Russia claim many were deceived with promises of employment only to find themselves deployed on the front lines of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Nze bwe yali agenda teyaŋŋamba nti agenda Russia wabula kwali kuyiseeko ennaku nnya n'aŋŋamba ndi Russia ne mugamba Russia wagenze kukolayo ki n'aŋŋamba ate weeraliikirira gwe ky'oba omanya nti obulamu buteredde obwavu tubugobye ne tubeera nga twogera bwe lwatuuka ennaku z'omwezi 23 Desemba n'aŋŋamba waliwo bwe baakitutte naye nsabira ebintu si byangu nsabira nengezaako mubuuza kiki n'agamba gwe ky'oba okola nsabira kuva olwo siddanga mumuwuliza nakati.
Several Ugandans are currently serving with the Russian army, while others have reportedly been killed, injured, hospitalized or detained during the conflict.
From the time they left Uganda up to now, it's been like now 6 months. Some have almost finished like almost a year. The most unfortunate thing is that those that have finished a year, we got information, they are no more, they died. So the families are also trying to make a follow-up with the embassy, with foreign affairs, but
families have established contact with relatives believed to be in detention facilities in Ukraine, while others continue to receive distress messages from those still in combat zones.
They repatriate them. If this is not done very fast, there are chances we might lose all of them. Because when you look at the number of people that have so far died, the number is quite big. So we need to act very fast. CDF, we appeal to you. We've been to your office. Your PA has all these documents. They have all the information. We appeal to you. Please help us diplomatically discuss with the Russian government so that they can allow our Ugandan people to get back to their families.
They have now appealed to President Museveni and relevant authorities to engage diplomatically and facilitate the safe return of the affected Ugandans before more lives are lost.
Nyo mwana wanyu owantungamo ninkushava abantu bitu bagarre abari abachurire obarete n'abafire nabwe tubamanye ntubakafa n'abari omuyirwaro nabo tumanye ngo bariyo babagarre hanuya.
For UBC News, I am Sudate Kaye.
In other news, residents of Bukakata and surrounding fishing communities in the Greater Masaka region have raised alarm over alleged land grabbing, illegal evictions and unlawful fishing practices. This follows a fact-finding visit by the Special Presidential Assistant on Anti-Corruption, Rebecca Atwine.
The Special President Assistant on Anti-Corruption, Rebecca Atwine, has said President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni had received complaints from residents, including allegations of illegal land eviction in the Jubilee Forest Reserve, and claims that some illegal fishing operations are protected by security personnel.
We are here to investigate a lot of matters. There's a forest here, it's a forest reserve, and people have been unfairly removed, their properties destroyed. As they have been complaining, they have been made vagabonds in their own country. There's unfairness and illegality with the fishing activities, that those engaged in illegal fishing are protected by the security. And all these people are watching and they are saying, why is the law being discriminative? That if someone breaks the law, they are punished to deter the rest from doing it. But the challenge comes in if the people who are breaking the law, and people are witnesses to this breaking of the law, if these people get out with it, it means at the end of the day, we are encouraging a lawless country.
Rebecca noted that the President remains committed to fighting corruption and ensuring that programs like the Parish Development Model, Emyoga, and Operation Wealth Creation benefit ordinary Ugandans without interference.
Corruption keep, sabotaging these activities. They keep fighting his efforts. And we are saying, no, this must stop. We are here cooperating with all the residents of this place, and they're saying they are tired of corruption, they are tired of lawlessness, and we are saying, yes, we hear you, and the President hears you, and he has committed in this term to fight corruption out of Uganda in order to pave a way for socio-economic transformation.
Earlier Member of Parliament Moureen Babirye said residents have suffered intimidation, threats, and loss of livelihoods.
A lot. They are being intimidated, they are being threatened, they have lost all their land, they have lost they have lost their people on the lake, in the forest, in the hands of one Richard Chimera. I'm so excited that at least today, when we requested the President to look into our matter, to investigate this issue, he finally sent a team to come and investigate the matter, and I am hopeful that it will be handled.
Meanwhile, local leaders also called for urgent investigations into alleged land title acquisition.
Some squatters which were there and who had spent almost 30 years, and the bona fide occupants, some of them were there before the constitution was enacted in 1995. So now these people, when they get that land and change it to freehold, they come and evacuate all the people who have been there.
Richard indeed is the chairperson NRM of the sub-county, but the way he's mistreating the people, he is deteriorating the image of NRM.
Michael Wakablendi for UBC News.
Now, business owners in Lamour district have been warned to improve waste management practices or risk losing operating licenses. During the launch of the Lamour Clean campaign in Babirye Town Council, leaders in the district said poor sanitation and inadequate waste disposal systems threaten public health and environmental safety. We have a report.
The campaign was organized by Babirye Town Council in partnership with Uganda Police Force and district officials as part of the effort to improve on sanitation and environmental health across the district.
The town is a community where people come from the villages to do business, and it has to be clean. For example, the market, even the roads need to be clean.
Meanwhile, the Lamour District Health Inspector, Beatrice Atim, attributed the poor waste management practice to the absence of bylaw and lack of designated waste disposal sites in several town councils. She warned that unless urgent measures are taken, the district would face increase in outbreak of sanitation-related diseases.
The town council has challenges picking refuse, collecting refuse, because first of all, our community do what we call crude dumping. They dispose of refuse in an haphazard manner, which is not in order according to the Public Health Act. Yeah, we have a lot of activities to do, ranging from community mobilization and sensitization, so that they understand, they appreciate why we should keep our environment clean.
As part of the campaign activities, Honorable Johnson Kizekia Nyego joined residents, police officers, health workers in a community clean-up exercise aims at promoting responsible waste disposal and environmental conservation.
In development, the human factor is the capital, is the first capital. So we need to protect the human life, have a healthy population, so that they can work to fend for themselves.
The campaign also serves as an opportunity for the security agencies to strengthen community policing initiative, given the fact that Babirye Town Council is located near the South Sudan borders, making it vulnerable to cross-border crime, underscoring the need for stronger collaborations between communities and security agencies.
The motive of us joining the community is basically on community policing. It's a community policing week for police, and we are working with the community to ensure that we join the community, we bridge the gap between the community and the police, so that there is better service delivery in whatever we do. You remember very well that His Excellency the President initiated what we call the sub-county policing model stations in the whole country, and this is part of the activity we are doing, trying to popularize our sub-county policing model stations to the community, so that we work together as a team to ensure that we curtail on the crime in the area.
According to the district authority, latrine coverage in Lamour district currently stands at 76%, while access to hand-washing facility remain just at 25%. Officials warn that poor waste management is affecting business operation and public health, particularly during rainy season, when community become more susceptible to disease outbreak. Stephen Okello for UBC TV, Lamour District.
In other news, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Moses Kafero Kabugo, has re-emphasized corporate social responsibility in promoting community work. He was speaking at the installation of Lions Club of Kumi Central President in Kumi District. He said sustainable development depends on citizens who are willing to put community needs before personal interests.
I invited close to 40 people.
Long before the speeches and celebrations, the story was already visible. A modern CID office standing at Kumi Central Police Station, is among the projects supported by the Lions Club of Kumi Central. It reflects a commitment to serve communities beyond personal interests.
They have been operating from a congested place to serve the community, but again you are coming in to create more workspace, brings us more and closer to the community, first of all, because they have where to meet the police from, but also improves our working environment as the police.
I am very happy to note that we have been able to partner and do community service together and do outreaches together, and also support in health in the optical clinics that have been happening.
Over the years, the club has supported health interventions, environmental conservation, and outreach programs. But throughout the event, the emphasis remained on the value of selfless service.
It is really very good to serve vulnerable people, sometimes whom you have not met, and often whom you may even never see or meet, but you are here helping. So that's very, very kind to have a humane heart towards the people.
To them, the greatest achievement is seeing communities benefit from the work they do together.
We were able to run a camp here and served more than 400 people, providing glasses, providing medical drugs to support those who had challenges with eyesight.
Fellow Lions, my vision is to strengthen and impact in all our global causes, but through one, community service. Expanding projects which the immediate past president has talked about, directly touching lives in our neighborhoods, like environment protection by planting trees, waste management and disposal, hunger, among others.
In the first board, make sure we have our plans ready, our budgets ready.
And as leadership changed hands, the message remained unchanged, not about positions or titles, but about continuing a tradition of service where it is needed most. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now, government is supporting Mukono district to develop varieties of coffee and cocoa. The Director, National Coffee Resources Research Institute, Dr. Geoffrey Adinaitwe, says the focus is on breeding drought-resilient coffee and cocoa seedlings for farmers. Take a look. Apologies, our dear viewer. We'll return to that shortly. In more news, fathers have been urged to embrace their responsibilities and support their families to ensure the proper upbringing of their children. During a special prayer service to commemorate Father's Day, the head of Bethel International Healing Prayer Center, Pastor Irene Manjeri, said the family is the first form of government to which fathers are key players.
Uganda commemorated Father's Day, a special occasion dedicated to honoring fathers and all father figures for their invaluable contribution to families and society. At Bethel International Healing Prayer Center in Old Kampala was a special Thanksgiving and prayer service dedicated to fathers.
Being a Father's Day, some of these kids have wounds in their hearts or inside them. You know why? Because they didn't have the chance to grow up with a father maybe who cared. And I'm not here to blame fathers because we don't know the other side of the story. Maybe the fathers are in jail. Maybe the fathers died. Maybe the mothers didn't know who was the actual father. Maybe something happened. Maybe the fathers are suffering in the village.
The lead pastor at Bethel International Healing Prayer Center, Irene Manjeri, said the service appreciates the role fathers play in nurturing families, guiding children, and promoting stronger moral values within communities. She urged fathers to remain present and committed to their families, and mothers to support fathers in homes despite the challenges of modern society.
That's why we preach salvation. When you have Jesus Christ in your life and He fills you with the Holy Spirit, He gives you the strength and the grace. Yes, I'm here to say on this Father's Day that I know some very good single mothers that have been able to raise their children without a father. Maybe the father died and they're surviving, and that doesn't mean they don't need the fathers of the children. But what do you do with a person who has decided to neglect their children, and yet it's not the fault of that child?
During the celebrations, a group of street children convened at the church as a sign of love and belonging.
When we were growing up, we did not have such opportunities to drink clean water. So when I see these children that are in the same shirt, maybe for 2 weeks without washing it, I'm not ashamed of them because they're also human beings. So it touches me. It makes me shed tears to think about the unfortunate.
The modern Father's Day celebration is credited to Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane. Inspired by a Mother's Day sermon in 1909, she wanted to recognize her father William Jackson Smart, who raised the 60 children on his own after the death of his wife. In Uganda and many other countries, it is celebrated on the 3rd Sunday of June. I'm Njuko for UBC.
Thank you, Ivan. Private schools have appreciated investing in the purchase of science kits for primary pupils to enhance the teaching of science subjects, but also make it more practical. Now, a senior educator at Westgate School in Wakiso District says teaching pupils using science kits has had a positive impact on their performance.
Here we have a model of the human skeleton, and I'm going to identify the parts of the human skeleton. This is the skull, also known as the cranium.
In a classroom experience, the teaching and learning of sciences will be facilitated by the availability of equipment.
Pivot joints are formed at the neck. Ball and socket joints are formed at the shoulder and the hip.
We had to invest in this project because we have found it very applicable, especially in the CBC teaching mode. We have found that their equipment make learners really do enjoy practical lessons, do touch, do realize, do get the real feel of what the teacher is teaching, and it has brought us good performance effect. Our children are now performing better because of this kind of equipment we had to invest in.
This is Westgate School in Wakiso District, where teaching using science kits has improved the understanding of science subjects. It breaks the traditional use of learning aids such as pictures.
The science kit has helped us in many things like understanding what the teachers teach. Most times we have not been understanding what they tell us, but when they brought the science kit, we get chances to do practical learning and we understand thoroughly what we are learning.
When the science kits were not there, children were not understanding, but since the day they came, we all know how science feels, how the subject is good.
Riverflow International supplies the science kits. The teachers say the initiative has eased the teaching of science lessons.
I think from the time we got, it has been really a blessing. It has eased our work because with the introduction of these competence-based curriculum, it was not really going to be easy to handle it. Now our children are able to do these things practically, and the work is going on so easily.
At Global Junior School in Ipiji District, the head teacher Juma Chemeri wants other private schools to invest in the use of science kits since the performance in science subjects at his school has improved.
We had not been doing good in science, but when these learner-centered sort of methods were introduced basically from the use of these science kits, it has actually changed our performance, whereby the grades that we used to have in science have actually changed, and that's why we are able to score. Our performance previously, when you look at in the grading, it has actually reduced to only first grade and second grade.
The science kit has helped me to calculate the volume of an irregular object practically and some of the measurements. If I didn't have the science kit, I would have known to calculate the volume and other measurements practically.
The Ministry of Education and Sports collaborates with Riverflow International to supply science kits to government primary schools, while private schools invest their own money.
Vowel. Vowel.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omulirongo ulira muli mumutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungo ya kusabura. Mikono tu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Makerere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses like accounting and finance, procurement, journalism, tailoring and fashion design, with many other skills-tailored courses.
Our institution is compliant. First of all, it is recognized by National Council for Higher Education. We are certified. The registration number is UBB 187.
Tested and tried since 1995, Makerere Institute for Social Development is your solution when it comes to quality education.
You may apply for January, May, August intakes. Find us along Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, opposite Makerere University Sports Ground. Our tuition is affordable with a state-of-art facilities. Early birds stand a chance to grab themselves bursaries. MISD or Makerere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
There is a new way to keep your breath fresh all day. Introducing Movit All Day Toothpaste, meant to give you powerful night gum defense and teeth whitening. The charcoal flavor gives you deep cleansing and power stain removal. And the herbal delivers natural strength for healthy, confident smiles. Choose Movit All Day Toothpaste and enjoy freshness all day.
Digging is good, but I have a wrong way to go. Katoto, do you need money? Bank of Uganda has introduced agriculture credit facility. You can own equipment such as tractors, plows, harrows, irrigation system. Imagine. Katoto poor today, rich tomorrow. Here you go. Vroom, 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 vroom. Go to your nearest bank or call our toll-free line. This message is brought to you by Bank of Uganda.
I'm called Awidi Isabella. I'm studying from Villa Maria School of Nursing.
I've won a school fees with the MTN Momo. This school fees you win for a full year, which I'm very happy for it. I thank MTN Momo for helping me in paying my school fees.
We've paid all the fees for the year.
Thank you very much, because on Wednesday, the principal told me, look for my man and bring my man. I told her, me, I don't have man, and you have to wait until I get the money. But when I left our office, at 3, they called me that you've won the money from Momo. I said, how does it happen?
As long as you pay school fees using Momo, you stand a chance to win school fees for a year. Dial *165 *80# to win school fees for a year and more.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UG Pass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UG Pass, your identity secured. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UG Pass is a product of Nita Uganda.
And now in business, Uganda's hospitality and tourism workers are concerned over the growing challenges affecting their livelihoods brought about by the Ebola outbreak, leading to low pay. The Union Secretary General Mauku Richard Moses told UBC that unless urgent interventions are made, many workers risk being left behind.
The Ebola virus outbreak has affected the tourism and hospitality sector, which contributes to Uganda's foreign exchange earnings, but workers claim they are exposed to vulnerability. The Uganda Hotels, Food, Tourism, Supermarkets and Allied Workers Union met to discuss progress, but cite that the recent Ebola outbreak has disrupted tourism activities.
The generalization and misrepresenting of the outbreaks by both the domestic and international media fraternity, it immensely affects our sector. When Uganda declared Ebola as a prone state, and yet we had only recorded very few cases, and such misrepresentation causes cancellations of tourism bookings. We have places like Makshon Falls where this Ebola outbreak has affected visitations.
Destinations located far from the affected areas like Chidepo Valley National Park were also affected as tourists cancelled planned visits.
It affected most of us because the number of visitors who have booked to be with us, come and visit, especially in this month of June and July, have all cancelled. And this has affected our performance in terms of business, and as well as also revenue has reduced. It will reduce.
The union has raised concern over increasing reports of workplace harassment, discrimination and unfair labor practices.
When we talk about minimum wage, we really appeal to government. In fact, the government should think about it, because it is affecting us, mostly women. They give us little money than men.
At one point in time, you would recollect that Parliament passed a law on minimum wage, and the President declined to assent to that law, and that law was returned to Parliament.
In the meantime, labor leaders say workers and employers call for nationwide sensitization.
There are so many cases that have been raised of cases of violence and harassment in the world of work. I want to take this opportunity to call upon employers, workers, and all organizations to ensure that a workplace should become a place of peace, a place of productivity, and a place of harmony.
Viva HTS Union, viva!
From Kampala, we take you to Arua City, where officials overseeing the implementation of the parish development module in the city are concerned over the slow recovery of funds. They want beneficiaries to repay so that more residents benefit from the program.
The parish development model beneficiaries in Arua City have been urged to repay the PDM loan, especially those who got it from its inception. This follows a complaint of low rate of recovery. Out of 19 billion Ugandan shilling dispatched to the beneficiary, only 12 million Ugandan shilling recovered in 52 wards of Arua City since the rollout of parish development model in 2022-2023 financial year. Fiona Dibareo, Assistant Resident City Commissioner for Central Division in Arua City, made the appeal during an election of PDM leaders of Tanganyika Ward on 20th June 2026 at the Central Division office premises.
Expectations are high on these people, and we trust that they will deliver. They will do the best for Tanganyika as a ward. But looking at Arua City, in terms of PDM, I must acknowledge that the recovery rate is very low. For Arua, as of now, we stand at about 12 million, but I believe this is because there have been a bit of gaps, more especially in the aspect of how do the beneficiaries repay, and as part of the stakeholder, we are already working hand in hand to ensure that we inform the general public, the beneficiaries, on the best way or the approach that they're supposed to take in order to pay back this money.
Earlier this year, some leaders were arrested in Tanganyika Ward and stolen money recovered. Alia Samsa, the councillor of Tanganyika Ward and deputy mayor for Central Division, highlight concerns raised by community members about outgoing PDM leaders.
After this leadership, realizing that these people are very desperate in a way that if you convince them to give you some money to return, they always comply. And as such, they suffered a lot of issues. One, you will be taken and be given the money, like 1 million. These people could go behind the back that you give them part of this money. And this was money that you had intended to put in business, to change your life, to ensure that your children go to school, you give them education and at least. So for that, we've not been feeling the impact of PDM in our community.
Khadija Apai Kalulu, who also participated in the election, is optimistic she'll be able to get the money after long waiting. In the new PDM leadership of Tanganyika Ward, Ngakunia Hassan, chairperson from Uli A Cell, Twaha Swaib as a secretary from Omboloko Fuku Cell, Atutu Raima has a treasurer from Uli B Cell. The newly elected chairperson thanked His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the PDM fund and made pledge to help his community.
First of all, I want to thank His Excellency for bringing in this program. This one here will help one to at least have something to do for those especially like me who has no capital. And I really want to help the people of Tanganyika to resist from what has been happening before. This issue of bribe, money extortion. So I came and found PDM needs a patient leader. A leader who is patient enough, a leader who has that heart, God-fearing heart, a leader who really wants to see that the people where he stays with, or the particular area he stays with, is growing. And how does the area grow? The area grows when people are working.
Aiko Jobel, acting principal commercial officer for Arua City, explains more about the PDM leadership elections.
So today we had a new election for the board, where we elected 9 board members. Out of the 9, 4 are women. Then we also elected Ordinance Supervisory Committee. Ordinance Supervisory Committee has 3 members, and they handle issues that are inconsistencies, things that are not happening well in PDM. They are there to handle that and see that the board that's elected does very good work.
Alan Amanyara reporting for UBC News from Marua City.
A groundbreaking home-based learning program by Sense International Uganda is transforming the lives of children with complex disabilities. Families once told their children could never learn are now witnessing them transitioning into mainstream schools. Education experts and advocates at Sense International Uganda call for increased investment in inclusive education to allow many children with disabilities remain in school.
For most children, education begins with walking to school. But for children living with deaf blindness and other complex disabilities, that journey often begins with barriers including silence, isolation, and years of exclusion. For many families in rural Uganda, disability has long been misunderstood. But in Mayuge district, a revolution is changing the narrative. Children with complex disabilities have multiple challenges. Many remain hidden at home. Even schools don't have the support they need.
Initially, these children have been neglected, unloved, seen as if there is no future in them.
For every disability is a child with untapped potential. Sense International Uganda introduced a community-based home learning model for children with complex disabilities.
The home-based learning approach helps to bring the services closer to them in an environment that is familiar to them, where the caregivers are able to participate and support them. So it helps to prepare them for transition to the nearest school.
For children with deaf blindness, communication is often the biggest challenge. Without access to sight and hearing, understanding the world becomes difficult. Teachers have received specialized training to support learners at home and in school.
Yeah, so we train the teachers in tactile communication, use of touch. So the teacher chooses the kind of content that fits the child and uses the methods that fit the child.
Learning begins with simple steps, recognizing touch, understanding routines, building confidence, but also discovering that learning is possible. The model is transforming learners. Creating inclusive education requires systems that respond to the realities of children with complex disabilities. Sense International Uganda partnership with National Curriculum Development Center has adapted learning for children who are often left out.
The content that is in the community-based education curriculum is so flexible. The parent who is looking after this learner can be taken through, and this parent can use it.
The collaboration between Sense International Uganda and the National Curriculum Development Center has produced adapted learning materials, caregiver guides, instructor manuals, and vocational training packages.
We have developed many materials that are being used in schools, and we have also monitored and witnessed some improvement to these learners. These learners, much as they are deaf blind, they can do something hands-on. So we came up with vocational courses, 7 of them. We have the horticulture, we have the beverage and snacks.
For many parents, such transformation has reached them. Acceptance, replacing fear.
This program has also helped in that many children have learned the many skills that they are trained at home, and they have transited to school. So you find that many children have now joined the schools.
Perhaps the greatest transformation is inside the home. Parents who once felt hopeless are beginning to see possibility. Children who were once isolated are now participants in family life.
Kubanga n'okwemera yitayemera batukaba nkati ayenda kagaali kakano yakavuga kubanga chansi bwe yanamba yavuga kagaali yako yatandika okutambula.
Nsiimira irala mu byona byona ekitongole kya Sense omulimu gwe kitukozeemu n'okutugemesaaku ife beene twali twaweesa ssuubi amazima gali nti olw'abaana bano be tulina obulemu ng'ow'omulingirirawo obona ng'ali kumena ali kuzitoowerera.
As children gain confidence and foundational skills at home, many begin transitioning into mainstream schools, a milestone once thought impossible.
But due to this continuous support,
and the exercises done, the activities left for the parents to do have helped these children to change. Others can utter some words, others can even talk, now others can even walk. So that is the impact created, and that has helped them even to transit from home to school.
Inclusion is changing classrooms and changing attitudes. The impact is beyond individual learners. Communities that once stigmatized disability have become places of acceptance.
So it has sensitized the parents to know that disability doesn't mean sickness. It has helped parents to learn the different skills that they need to support their children.
One child empowered is a family transformed and community changed. Yet, despite the progress, many children with complex disabilities still remain unreached to provide them an opportunity to learn.
There is need to have more teachers trained to be able to support these learners better. If we got more funding, maybe teaching assistants could continue helping the children.
The development partners, of course, they come to support. And when it comes to learners with special needs, we need you more.
Education begins with opportunity. Inclusion begins with belief. And transformation begins when every child is supported to thrive. Innovative partnerships, dedicated teachers, committed parents, and the support of development partners has helped children discover their potential. So for every child reached, many more are still waiting.
Every life begins in a moment like this. Certain, planned, full of promise. For us, it's a bold ambition to make lives better. Because somewhere, someone is stepping into a world of work for the first time with the confidence that their retirement is taken care of. We make dreams possible. From owning homes to scaling businesses. And when health takes an unexpected turn, help is there when it's needed most. And because legacies matter, what people build does not end with them. It's passed on. We value moments with go-getters, bold dreamers and believers. Different paths, different rhythms, with one shared belief that financial freedom is within reach. For 40 years, we've made lives better and fueled Uganda's economy. Through careful investment, we have supported businesses, created jobs, and backed our nation. To us, it's more than saving. It's believing in effort, in patience, in possibility. It's making lives better. We believe in you, in us, and in Uganda.
NSSF, 40 years of making lives better.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
In our sports news, communities of, In our sports news, Richard Muchunguzi has won the MTN Quarterly Tea half-year mug after posting a net score of 65 to claim the overall title at Entebbe Golf Club on Saturday. Now, Muchunguzi beat 210 golfers to lift the prestigious half-year trophy in a competition. Among the special awards, Peace Kabasweka won the ladies' longest drive contest, while Abel Okuna claimed the men's longest drive title. Pamela Tumusime secured the ladies' nearest to the pin award, with Bale Yunus taking the men's prize. Abe Bagalana also thrilled participants with a hole-in-one on the 154th yard 12th hole. In the ladies' competition, Charity Tushabomwe finished runners-up in Group B with a net score of 68, while Helen Chisinde won the category with 67. In Group A, Jovia Tugume was runners-up on 75, while Anne Abeja claimed victory with a net score of 70. Chisinde's score of 67 also earned her the best net score among the ladies. The men's categories, Habert Kamuntu finished runners-up in Group C as Daniel Kalunji won the group. Ronald Poole was runners-up in Group B, while Philemon Atuhuhide secured top honors. In Group A, Tony Chisada finished second as Saidi Kidadida emerged winner with a net score of 70. Still relatedly, the first quarter of the I&M Bank Serena 63 Golf Series has concluded with Dr. Sebale Kato emerging overall winner. During the prize giving at Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa in Chigo, top performers were recognized from their achievements.
Dr. Sebale Kato topped a competitive field of golfers after accumulating 242 points from his 6 best rounds played during the first quarter of the series at the Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa.
What's the beauty about this is that you are given a grace period. I mean, you play many rounds and they pick the best. Yes. So it doesn't give you so much pressure. Yes. If you play badly today, there's a good chance tomorrow.
Representing the I&M Bank Chief Executive Officer Robin Bayasto, the Chief Financial Officer Timothy Musime reaffirmed the bank's commitment to supporting sports and strengthening engagement with clients through golf.
At I&M Bank, we are committed to creating value beyond traditional banking, and through partnerships like this, we're able to connect with our clients in meaningful ways that align with their lifestyle and interests. So allow me, just as I wind up, to remind you about some of our offerings that relate directly with golf and to you golfers. Our I&M Bank MasterCard World Elite card holders, that's the black card. You can enjoy exclusive golf privileges, including up to 30% off green fees, complimentary guest play, as well as access to select golf courses globally through the MasterCard Golf program.
This first quarterly I&M Bank tournament attracted nearly 100 golfers who played a total of 479 rounds.
Here we had the first prize giving ceremony for the I&M Bank Serena 63 series for the year 2026. This is the third year the series is running, and I must say the series has grown significantly. Today we had a record field of 136 players. I think that's by far the highest that we've had at the Serena 63 series. The highest we had last year was 100 players, and this is now half year, we're at 136 players. But also the biggest new news that we've had this year, that it's open to all golfers.
Defending champion David Plenderith finished second with 232 points, while Lake Victoria Serena Golf Club captain Jimmy Mugerwa and Gift Shoko shared third place on 227 points. The second quarterly tournament of the I&M Bank Serena 63 Golf Series is scheduled for September 12th, with organizers anticipating even greater participation and rewards to dwarf what was achieved here.
And that brings us to the end of our very first edition of UBC News Tonight. My name's Moureen Babirye with Dorothy Namuyomba on Sign Language. Up next is Operation Wealth Creation, discussing land as a factor of production. We return at 10 p.m. Goodbye for now.